Hey guys, listen, I want to just take a few minutes. A couple weeks ago, we did a, a team call right after EA related to social media, and a lot of people requested that recording that couldn't get on at the time, and the meeting was too long. And anyways, the file didn't transfer, so I couldn't really send it to a lot of people. So I'm just going to take a real short amount of time here just to basically re-record, replay the social media breakout for you, and then briefly touch on the promotion that we touched on a few weeks ago. So uh, while you're watching this, take some notes. This was a really good breakout. It really comes down to social media is definitely becoming a part of our business, whether we like it or not. A lot of you guys actually want to use more social media than person to person. You're going to want to do both, and you'll hear these three ladies talk about it as well. Use them both, but definitely tap into social media. If you don't tap into social media to an extent, you'll probably get left behind because it is really exploding. So I think that would be a good thing for everybody. So take some notes. Three gals, Marilee Marisic, Kim Kabensky, and Shauna Mucklow. They got up on stage. They did a presentation. I'm only going to show you the first portion of this because the second group that came up, the second girl that came up, was a little bit over the top. I mean, as far as beginning, you want these three girls, pay close attention to a lot of the information that they share, and I think that'll help everybody a lot, including myself. I'm doing the same thing as all you guys. We're just diving into this. Let me share my screen. I'm going to go to the breakout. It's a relatively small screen, but you will be able to get the flavor of this, I'm sure. Let me go ahead and hit this, and go ahead and take some notes and watch close, guys.
2008. And I'll never forget my ex-husband saying to me, "You have to stop posting those things on Facebook. It's terrible." And I thought to myself, who are you to tell me what to do? You're my ex-husband for a reason, you know? Well, you know what Facebook memories are? You start to see the posts that came up when you first started using social media. It's embarrassing. Don't tell him I said this, but for once in his life, he was right. I start deleting them. But anyways, I've learned intentionally over the last several years how to use social media and now how to leverage social media inside of my own business. We do things on social media, but we also build, during one-on-one meetings, Zoom meetings, we do in-person meetings, we do it all. But social media has been a humongous asset to our business for multiple reasons, and we're going to share a lot of those today. I'm going to hand it over to Shauna Mucklow now, and she's going to explain kind of what social media means to her and how she started as well.
Thanks, Kim. Thanks for inviting us up here to talk. So my background...
Can we I'm sorry, let's give a round of applause for these guys. They have a lot of value to add.
So my background is I've been a business owner for all my life, my mom would say, but I started my first business at 25. I used social media and Facebook to grow those traditional businesses, but when I started in Life Vantage, I did not use social media. I didn't know how to use it for network marketing. I was scared, to be honest. Anybody scared to use social media? Yeah, okay, I was scared. I didn't want to do it wrong, so I just didn't do anything. Okay, that was me. So about a year into the business, though, I went to Eric Worre's GoPro event, and I learned by listening to all the speakers that weekend that the people who used social media grew a whole lot faster. They reached their goals faster. And I was like, well, I want to reach my goals faster, so I better figure this out. So I went home and I just learned, and I learned, and I learned. And from that day forward, I have been implementing social media into my business, and definitely helped me grow to the status. And Miss Marilee here is a social media guru, and so totally opposite of me, and so I'm gonna let her tell her story.
Thank you, and thank you for letting me be here. I think I'm a little older than you ladies. I don't know that we've talked age, but I'm 50 in a few weeks from now, and so I kind of come from, I would say, maybe a little older school mentality. So my husband and I own and have owned for years a traditional business. And so I really love people. And if you're in this room and you're in this business, Probably because you love people, right? So, you know, that is something that I'm just like, I like that personal touch. And I remember even when text messaging became a thing, and I was like, I mean, ask my husband. Like, I am not text messaging people. That is so impersonal, and I will never do social media. Like Facebook, that is so impersonal. And it was just my thing for a while, and that's the truth. But I've been in this industry now for 12 years, and I really started to realize that if you want to stay relevant, then this is an important thing to embrace. And so it absolutely is. And actually, even when I announced that I had started here, it took me about 2 months of returning messages, just the intrigue that we were here. And the interest levels, like social media people watch you. So I had a little bit of a chance to build an audience up. And I'm telling you guys, I literally can tell you truthfully, if I look at numbers over and over again, about 95% of my entire business here as an elite is from social media. It's an important thing. So we're going to talk about building relationships on social media. We all know that network marketing is a relationship business. There's very key things to do on Facebook to maximize how to build those relationships. And we're going to go over a few of them with you. Shauna's going to start out by talking about how to build your friend base.
Okay, so I looked at social media as a place, I mean, who here likes to be advertised to on social media? I hope no one raises their hand, right? Who dislikes it? So don't do that, right? If you don't like it, neither will anyone else. And so I use social media really to build relationships. I am a quality versus quantity person when it comes to this topic. A lot of people will tell you, because I don't know if you know this, that you can have 5,000 friends on Facebook on your profile. And some people will tell you, go to 5,000 as fast as possible. I'm going to tell you, not for me. I have 2,200 friends about approximately, but I know 2,200 of them. And I think for me, it's absolutely quality versus quantity. And I think that people need to know, like, and trust you before they want to do business with you, right? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, yes. And so they need to be able to get to know you. That is adding new friends. So we're going to get to how many to add a day and how to do that, but it is really about building your friend base, having an active, growing database. I'm sure you've heard that before. If you haven't, that's what you need to do. Always be adding friends to your network that you're having conversations with. So it's all about building your friend base. And then, you know what Kim does really, really well? Is she engages with those friends once we have them within her posts. So you want to talk about that?
I'm going to talk about that, yes. So when you see in your feed, your news feed on Facebook, it's very important that you engage with the people that you would see or want to see in your business. I am good with that because I just love people. I'm a people person. I used to get in trouble when I was a kid for not doing my homework and talking on the phone. It's paid off for me, I think. But at this point, I take intentional chunks of my day. And I think it's important to start where you're comfortable. But I genuinely interact with multiple people. The people that you interact with on Facebook, they're also going to see your newsfeed. So if you're posting, or if you have a really great curiosity post, what I do prior to that is I will go and like, actually, I'm going to say this, I don't like the like button. I think it's the lazy button. Show emotion on Facebook. Tell people you care about them. Show the love. The heart button, the angry button, the sad button. If you see a friend of yours lost a pet, comment. And then hit the sad face. That is something that I do often on a daily basis. I think it's very key because I know how I feel when somebody comments on a post. They're taking the time to intentionally write their own words. So they're gonna feel that same reciprocation when you do the same thing on their post. So I really encourage you to be so incredibly intentional when you are doing that and engaging with people, because as you start to build those relationships on social media, on their posts, they're going to become real life relationships, real viable relationships. And when you have the trust with those people, like Shauna said, people do business with who they know, like, and trust. And we've grown a massive amount of our business on Facebook whether it's customers or distributors. I'm going to talk to Mary Lee too, because she's got some really key points to make about the magic in the Messenger, Facebook Messenger.
Yeah, and you know, one of the things I keep thinking about here is that Facebook is kind of like reality TV. I mean, think about it. I mean, you guys are scrolling. Have you ever gotten in a scroll hole? Like, you're just scrolling and you're looking at people's life, right? We get intrigued, we get caught up in their life. So one of the things I do want to mention is that show people who you are. What are the things that you love? What are the things that, what do you love? I love Great Danes. I love sunsets. I love hiking. I love my husband. I mean, there's just so many different things that are about me, and I like to show that. This is know, like, trust business. So when we're talking about relationships, that's key. But really the magic is in the messenger. We intrigue people with our life. We intrigue people with what the product might do, right? You know, some of the science, some of the stories, but then when you can take that offline into Messenger, that's the connection. That's the magic, that's the money, that's the secret sauce. That's where it all happens. So in Messenger, one of my key tips is, do you guys know that you can record a little voice message in Messenger for 60 seconds at a time? I remember the first time somebody did that for me in Messenger. It was a 7-second message, and I had the biggest grin on my face. It was really cool to hear this person's voice. It just felt good. So it's that connection. I immediately felt like I knew who they were. So take Messenger. I mean, literally, it's connections before commissions. Write that one down. Connections before commissions.
Yeah, you better have conversations before you send them a link to buy something.
Right? Yeah. You will quickly raise resistance with your people and your network if you do that. The second thing is building social proof, and a place to do that on Facebook in multiple different ways are Facebook groups. How many of you guys are in Facebook groups right now? One of the biggest things that we're going to talk about is utilizing outside groups is what I'm going to talk about. I love this because I actually have leaders, big leaders on my team that I've met on Facebook in a group. And it's not because I posted about our product. It's not because I dropped my link in there, because you will quickly get kicked out of groups if you, most of the time you have to answer questions stating that you will not advertise your MLM in there. So, but as far as Facebook, outside Facebook groups, when I say that, I mean, what are your interests? What do you love? I love holistic living. I love wellness, anything wellness. I love to cook. I love the Whole30. I love riding my Peloton. There's multiple different things that I like, so I'm in these groups. I build relationships with these groups, in these groups with the people in there. I'm in a group that has, you know, I have thousands of people. Let's just say 40,000 people. That's 40,000 potential friends. There's 2.27 billion users on Facebook right now. And so we never are going to run out of people to talk to. If you're intentional and you're genuine about wanting to connect with people that seem similar to you, or you've had the same issue in your life, or you have some advice to offer on a post, do it, because that is the way that you're going to start to build those relationships. And like Marilee said, then you take it offline or into Facebook Messenger. When you're utilizing Facebook Messenger, those people can also see your feed. So it's really important that I'm not a big fan of saying going and joining 40,000 groups. Maybe join 4 to start with, or just a couple, and then be in there every day, kind of just not, you know, what you're comfortable with, how much time you want to spend, but making connections with people. The next one we're going to talk about is guest and customer groups, and I want Shauna to talk about this one.
Yeah, so there's a couple different things. First, you know, when you're posting on Facebook, I just want to point this out quickly. Like, don't have LifeVantage Distributor on your profile. What you're doing is trying to build curiosity with what you're posting, okay? We're going to talk a little bit more about that, but I want to make that clear. So you're building curiosity through your posts, and then when they want to know more, you're adding them to this group, which is a guest group. And who here is a part of a guest group that you might share stories and education about LifeVantage? Okay, good. There's a lot of you that aren't. Okay, so if you aren't, I want to tell you, get with your upline leader. They probably have a group like this. It's really important to band together with your team to create this group. It is way more powerful to have a group of 4,000 people building social proof with a lot of people sharing and commenting than 30, right? So build it with your team. This is a group that will offer education, but like, for a show of hands, how many times have you gotten a referral from your friend, and without a deep dive into science or exactly how that thing is gonna work, you go, worked for you, I'm gonna try that. Anybody ever bought a product because of that? That can happen all the time, guys, and that's what this group can provide to your guests, okay? Sometimes because we have such phenomenal science in LifeVantage, we go there every time, right? And really all it takes is to hear someone's story and how it helped them, and they're willing to do it too. That's what this group can provide. It's absolute social proof of people sharing their stories. So again, if you are not a part of this group, get with your upline leaders and make sure to work with them.
Hey, Shauna. So we all know that we launched the new prebiotic today, right? Okay. So what I did is I had already done research on a prebiotic. So when that launched today, I went and put a post in the group that I run for our team, our customer group. We've literally seen our volume shoot up thousands of dollars already because of it. I didn't even put out the fat burn or the whey protein yet. That is how key this is. I'm not just doing it for me. My team's in there, and their team's in there, and their customers are all in there, and their prospects are all in there, or their guests. So that is how powerful this is when you can add in information and there's just excitement in people commenting.
Do you want to hear something really funny, guys? So because we're such good friends and we work cross-line together, we made a commitment that we're in each other's groups. And do that, okay? Share each other's posts, share each other's stories, be compliant. That's one more thing. I'm going to say this, but bring me back to that. I stole Kim's post that she made about the prebiotic, by the way. I ripped and repeated it in my group. And I've had 2 people in the last few hours text me and go, can I get that prebiotic online now, or do you need to bring it home for me?
Woo! Yeah!
So that's how powerful guest groups can be. I want to make one point. Make sure that when you're forming these groups, if you're not in one already, try and work with your upline. And here's one reason that's really important why. Compliancy. Elites are really trained on compliance. And it's very important that we stay compliant within these groups and not make crazy claims. So make sure to work with your upline leaders on that. Mara Lee, I'm like, hold on, what are we doing next? Mara Lee is really good at this. I've learned so much from her in this aspect. Building culture within your teams, utilizing a Facebook group for your team. Will you talk about that?
Yeah, absolutely. And hey, thanks for the post.
Oh, it was amazing.
I saw it. It was so good. So good. Yeah, honestly, one of the things I think that you can feel a bit disconnected. How many have team members that are kind of across the country? You have a big enough team to have? Okay, awesome. I love that. And I love what Facebook can do for that. So the options to have groups is a powerful thing, obviously for customers, you just heard that. But for groups and teams, it's amazing. It's amazing for teams. So it helps to keep our team connected. It's a place for us to celebrate. It's a place for us to land for announcements, for upcoming things, and it's a place for us just to stay very connected together. So we have a very vibrant culture in our teams group, and it's one of those things, you probably heard it before, but coals stay hotter together. And it's one of those things that you can do inside your team group that will be so valuable. So be interactive, be alive in there. I'm in there every single day, and we encourage our leaders to be in there every single day. People welcome their team members in there every single day. We celebrate each other every single day, so that when we come to these events, we already know who each other is. I might not have seen him in person, I might have enrolled somebody 6 months ago, but they come to these events, they feel like they know me, we are super connected. It's such a key thing for your business. You'll love it.
And if you don't have a team yet, it's okay to think ahead, think bigger, faster. You're gonna need that piece for when you do have a team.
Exactly. Next, we're going to talk about a basic daily method of operations. And I think it's important to talk about, just a few things that are really key to do every single day. You will find that if you are consistent, consistency is key. You will grow a business.
Did you guys think that we were going to leave here without giving you some action steps of what to do every single day on Facebook? Who thinks that this would be important to know what to do every single day, offline and online, to grow your business? Yeah, really important. I will tell you that we compiled this list. It's so funny that we all started with a different story on social media, right? Was very active in social media, already had a big following on social media, scared out of her mind, and came to LifeVantage and built 95% of her business on social media. But today, we're all doing very similar things, and this is what we're doing. Based on your goals, this might look different for you, right? But this would be the minimum. Like if you consider yourself someone who wants to walk a little bit, right, in your business and hit the Pro 3 level, help some people, do the minimum here, okay? But if you're someone like us, you might times this by 5 or 10. Okay, so this is a guide. This is your minimum. Mary Lee is going to talk to you a little bit about what to spend your time doing offline every single day, and then Kim's going to tell you about online.
Yeah, and goal setting, we all have to do that here. Really, it's you deciding, and I think we all have kind of the same concept. We really help people decide if they want to walk, run, or fly. So based off your goals, how fast you want to grow your business, maybe you're somebody that wants to walk. So your reach out method offline, you might have that goal set. Okay, today or this week, I'm a walker. I'm gonna reach out to 3 different people this week. Maybe you're a walker. Maybe you're a runner and you want to be 3 people a day. What's your goal? How fast do you want to fly? Or do you want to fly? Fly. If you want to fly, you can blow that out of the water. You can do that times 10. It's really you determine how fast you want to grow your business. So you're setting your goals offline and you're deciding who you're going to follow up with on a daily basis. And it's consistent, intentional follow-up. But personal development, that is something that is imperative in this business. You have to do it. You want to do it. If you want to become a pro, you want to build those paychecks, we suggest 15 minutes a day, just at a minimum. Maybe it's 30 minutes. Use your car. Are you commuting to work? Maybe it's something you're listening to. You're rolling university, we like to say. So be intentional about just learning, constantly be absorbing. But that's personal growth. But it's really important to understand this industry. It's the best industry on the planet. It really is. Sky's the limit here. You can create what you want in your dreams. Understand the industry that you're a part of. Those are key things. But now we're going to talk about online. How do you do that online?
So online, again, those Facebook groups that we talked about, check them every day. Check to see what's going on in the team group that you're in. Check to see what's going on in the customer group. If you're reading stories, you can tell those stories. If you're reading research, you're going to learn about the products. It's an incredible place to learn as much information as you possibly can to give you that confidence to be able to bring it into your network and talk intelligently about it. So make sure that you take part in that, and also the outside groups that you become a part of. Well, it's not going to work for you if you just become a part of a group and you don't become active in it. So something to do there. Definitely interact. Wishing all your friends a happy birthday in Messenger. I love to do this. Depending on the connection that I have with people, I either leave a voice clip or send a nice little note. But I get them all the time, and it literally brightens up my day. So if you're doing that, it's just another piece to that building of a solid, authentic relationship with people. Send friend requests every day, at least 3 of them. Facebook's really good at looking at your entire network and then giving you suggestions on who you could friend. So I will say this, I love LifeVantage. But Facebook is real estate. We have 5,000 spots. I get friend requests from people I've never met before, like hundreds of them. And unfortunately, I can't accept all of them. So there is such a thing as the follow button. People can follow you. If you can follow me, you can follow us, any of us. So make sure that you're very intentional when you are sending friend requests and accepting them. And when I send friend requests, I actually follow it with a little note saying, something nice to them. Just, I love connecting with like-minded people like you. Great posts on Facebook, just something you can comment on, maybe if you check out their feed a little bit to connect with them better. Also, maximum posts on Facebook a day. If you're just starting, start with one. Definitely consistency again is going to be key for you. 1 to 2 posts, 2 posts I would say maximum, but it's completely up to you again. If you looked at my Facebook profile, you would see my kids, my husband. We love the outdoors, snowmobiling, skiing, cooking, wellness, part of the business, creating curiosity with certain posts. I get messages all the time off of those. But I don't broadcast LifeVantage or our product names on our Facebook. So I hope that you guys have learned from us. Right now we have another person coming up. Am I introducing her? Okay.
Okay, guys, I want to cut this real short because it's already been about 20 minutes. That's about what they went. And hopefully you got some good information out of that. A couple key tips if you guys want to follow any one of those 3 girls, 3 ladies. I think they're Pro 7s and Pro 8s. I know Marilee's a Pro 8 and I think Kim's a Pro 8. So you got Marilee Maricich, M-A-R-I-L-E-E. Maricich is M-A-R-I-C-I-C-H, I believe. Kim Kabensky is Koebensky, I believe. And then Shauna is S-H-A-W-N-A, Mucklow, M-U-C-K-L-O-W. You can follow them. You can kind of mirror what they're doing. Again, they've grown their businesses within 2 years to Pro 8 status, but they're doing it the right way. A couple key points I want to leave you guys with. You want to be intentional. That's a very important thing every day, is that they talked about being intentional and being consistent every day. They do in-persons, they do Zooms, they do all that type of thing, both on Facebook. Her first thing she talked about was she was scared to do social media. That's kind of where a lot of us are at, even myself, when you don't know and be familiar. I built my business based on a person-to-person, face-to-face coffee meetings, etc. But now we're going to go into a different avenue, and I think that's important to do. 95% of Marilee's business was social media. No advertising. That's a big no. Build relationships with people. I can't say how many times they said, you don't post with LifeVantage, you don't post about your incredible products. You build relationships and then you take them offline when there's interest. Take them offline into Messenger and that type of thing. And you can do the same thing, by the way, on Instagram. Okay, it's the same thing. Seems to me, I'm hearing that a lot of people my age-ish are mostly on Facebook. The younger generation, millennial types, are more on Instagram, but it's both the same type of a social media platform. Add friends daily, curiosity posts, comment instead of just hitting the like button, maybe comment on their post. Show people what you like. I love Marilee saying magic is in the messenger, connecting before commissions. That's huge. Join groups. Figure out what groups you like. If it's health, if it's boating, like I like, get involved with a boating group. If it's pets, dogs, small dogs, big dogs, German shepherds. If that's what you like to do, then join different groups with that. Okay. Again, don't post about LifeVantage and blast about the products, guys. People are just feeling like they're getting sold. Create a customer group. We're going to create a customer page. We've already started doing that, so that we can all start to weigh in on it. And if we create this page, I want you guys to make sure you join, and make sure you request your customers also join that page so they can keep updated on what we're doing. Consistency is key. Walk, run, or fly, right? This is Ives, by the way. That's Michael's little cat, and we're kind of hanging with him for the weekend. 1 to 2 posts a day, and you're off and running, guys. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to let you go. I'll do a separate Zoom meeting about the promotion, but I wanted to leave you with the social media kind of short. Watch it a couple different times, take notes, and start to mirror what these gals have done. And I really think that you guys will start to take off, take advantage of it. Okay. So with that, guys, I'm going to end the meeting. You guys have a great day, and we'll talk very soon.